On the 4th of August 2015, my life changed forever, when my 28-year-old son, Paul, took his own life after suffering a bout of severe depression. After his funeral, I was left feeling totally alone, weak, vulnerable and lost. I went from being the man who had everything to an empty shell of my former self. On top of trying to deal with the complete devastation that losing a child to suicide brings, I was off work on long-term sick leave and as a result found myself at the mercy of the DWP. The pressure of having to fill in lengthy forms, have face-to-face and telephone conversations, constantly reliving the events of what happened, was overbearing. It was almost impossible to deal with, and not a day went by where I did not want to take the same route and join him, as the pain I was carrying was so intense. Our daughter Claire knew we needed help and reached out to a local charity, Bereavement Counselling Trust, to see if they could offer us support. Our case was picked up by Cathy Devlin, who had also lost her brother to suicide that same day 23 years earlier. When speaking with Cathy, her sense of empathy and her lived experience with suicide was so apparent. Thankfully, she offered my wife and I free one-to-one counselling. We had reservations at first, but it proved to be a godsend to us. It was the lifeline we desperately needed, and without it, I dread to think where we would be today. 2 years later, to mark Paul's 30th birthday, a very good friend organised a fundraising night, which resulted in us donating £2,000 to Beacon as a thank you for the help and support we had been given. Shortly after, Cathy asked us if we would consider taking an active part in the formation of a free suicide bereavement counselling service, and we accepted without hesitation. We agreed in naming it Paul's Place, in memory of Cathy's brother, Paul Jensen, and our son, Paul Williams. To have the service up and running by October 2017, we had just 8 months to achieve the goal of raising £40,000. Our belief was that this amount would enable us to offer the service to 40 people, and thanks to a lot of hard work, we reached our fundraising target and the service was launched. By October 2018, we had provided our unique service to 78 people, helping them in their darkest times and getting them through to the other side. Our important fundraising work continued more than ever in order to help fund the project, relying on donations, fundraising events and charitable grants. In July 2019, we received some amazing news. The National Lottery Community Fund awarded us a grant of almost £338,000 for a 3-year period. This has been life-changing in allowing us to reach out to people across the Merseyside area, spreading the message of the vitally important work we do. Our belief is that even when people contact us for help and support, they should receive it right away, not be placed on lengthy waiting lists. We offer up to 20 free one-to-one counselling sessions alongside essential peer support, which is available at our weekly and monthly group meetings. There were 5,691 deaths by suicide in the UK, with each one costing society £1.7 million. Those bereaved by suicide are up to 300% more likely to attempt or complete suicide themselves. Using a figure of 30 people affected by each suicide equates to over 170,000 people in need of crucial help and support. We strongly believe there should be a Paul's Place in every city throughout the country, offering this life-saving service free of charge. In a nutshell, the support that Paul's Place provides is suicide prevention for the next generation. It won't change the past and it won't make the personal pain go away, but it can change somebody else's future and save someone else's life, as it did for me.